Let's go to number 4. The quadratic equation kx squared plus k minus 3x plus 1 equals 0 has 2 real roots. Find the possible value of k. B squared minus 4ac greater than 0. The quadratic function has 2 real roots. For the given quadratic function, a equals k, b equals k minus 3, c equals 1. Therefore, for b squared minus 4ac, this discriminant equals k minus 3 squared minus 4, a is k, c is 1, equals k squared minus 6k plus 9 minus 4k. Combine like terms, k squared minus 10k plus 9. We will set up this discriminant b squared minus 4ac greater than 0. For the quadratic inequality, first step, we need to figure out the roots. K squared minus 10k plus 9 equals 0. Factor k minus 1 times k minus 9 equals 0. So k1 equals 1, k2 equals 9. Second step for graph. Check A. The coefficient of k squared is 1. So k equals 1 greater than 0. The graph will open up. This is x-axis, so we have a 1 and a 9. Since we are looking for greater than 0, which means the graph above the x-axis will be the solution. Third step, write down the solution. K less than 1 or k greater than 9. So the possible value of k will be k less than 1 or k greater than 9. Let's go to 5a. Let g of x equals x squared plus bx plus 11. The point -1, 8 lies on the graph of g. Find the value of b. Given point, this is x, this is y. So we plug into this g function, we will get 8 equals -1 squared plus b times -1 plus 11. Simplify 1 minus b plus 11. This is 8. 8 equals 12 minus b. So b equals 4. We will get a function y equals x squared plus 4x plus 11. For 5b, the graph of f of x equals x squared is transformed to obtain the graph of g. Describe this transformation. G of x equals x squared plus 4x plus 11. We need to change into vertex form. For a equals 1, b equals 4, c equals 11, h equals -b over 2a equals -4 over 2 times 1. That equals -2. G of -2 equals -2 squared plus 4 times -2 plus 11. Simplify 4 minus 8 plus 11 equals 7. According to the vertex form y equals ax minus h squared plus k. So g of x equals a equals 1, x plus 2 squared plus 7. We know the parent function f of x equals x squared, and g of x equals x plus 2 squared plus 7. The transformation will be a translation through -2, 7, or translate 2 units to the left and 7 units up. Let's go to 6a. Consider the function f defined by f of x equals x squared minus a squared. X is all real numbers, where a is a positive constant. Showing any x and y intercepts any maximum or minimum points and any asymptotes. Sketch the following curve on the separate axis. Y equals f of x. For f of x equals x squared minus a squared, we can figure out the roots. X squared minus a squared equals 0. So x squared equals a squared. X equals plus or minus a. For the intercept, f of 0 equals negative a squared. So 0, negative a squared is the intercept. Since x squared minus a squared is an even function reflect across y-axis, and the vertex that is 0, negative a squared. The intercept is the minimum point because the graph will open up. 0, here's x, this is y. Then this is negative a squared. Negative a. Then you can sketch the graph. This is the graph for A. For B, showing any x and y intercepts, any maximum or minimum points, and any asymptotes. Sketch the following curve on separate axes. Y equals 1 over f of x. 1 over f of x. First of all, we know the horizontal asymptote line will be y equals 0. Vertical asymptote line at root of f of x, and f of x value will change into 1 over f of x. So if this is negative a, here's a, this is a, then we will have a vertical asymptote line, and a horizontal asymptote line will be this. So this part, we will get the graph like this. For this part, we will get the graph like this. And this part of a graph, we will get negative 1 over a squared. Then the graph will be like this. Let's go to C, showing any x and y intercept, any maximum or minimum points, and any asymptotes. Sketch the following curve on separate axes. Y equals absolute value of 1 over f of x. This is the graph of 1 over f of x. absolute value of 1 over f of x will be no graph below x-axis. Any graph below x-axis will be reflected across x-axis. Therefore, we know this is a negative a, here's a. And this point is a negative 1 over a squared. This point is 1 over a squared. Any graph above x-axis will stay. So the graph below x-axis will reflect across x-axis, go to the top. This will be the graph absolute value of 1 over f of x.